Hey, 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 Big Dave, the Middle Age Gamer here with another episode of Enderal Forgotten Stories. We are still in the very first dungeon, making our way through. Remember, I left it just here, just outside the abandoned temple. This machine, why does it seem so familiar? I think that might be the way out. We're not ready for that yet. Alright, so we made our way around. Not much here. Which I find frankly a little surprising. Apparently nothing wants to live here. Which I'm pretty okay with. Ice Claw! Ice Claws! Listed in your inventory under consumables permanently raise your carry weight by 1 point when eaten. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna eat it. Yum yum! Anything else I use up here? I don't think so. Alright. Okay, that's the doorway we came in from. Alright, so back down. Alright, that sounds better. That was just to make sure my headphones sound right. More button morals. Have I eaten one yet? Pretty sure I have. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Oh. Okay, a pickaxe. We're going to need that. I think we already have one. Human flesh. Eat. Human heart. Eat. That's not going to be very pleasant for us. Well, it didn't really hurt that much, so that's always good. 11 pennies, cool. I think we need to go up this ramp here. Kind of hard to see, but believe me, it's there. More buttonholes. Mana potion. Spell turbo code. Pickaxe. Alright, let's read that spell book. Is it under consumables? No. Spell book. Yeah, I learned a spell that heals, but it makes me sick. How do we get out of here? That's the way we came in. Okay, we're gonna save, and I'm gonna do something stupid. Alright, seriously, I really feel like I'm missing something. Okay, we'll let us go through the water wheels. That's the way we take it, right? Yeah. Told you I was missing something obvious. And there you go. Out! Okay, something sees me, I don't see it. I hate that. On a fungi. Let's look at those. Consumable. Increases mana regeneration by 25 for 480 seconds. Nice. Shit. Troll. Blueprint, Iron War Axe. Hammer, Horseshoe, and Shard. The blueprint is considered junk. Okay, we're going to save again. Do we have any poisons? No. Well, here goes absolutely nothing. Oh no, it's not a troll, it's called a mud elephant. But it heals. See, it heals. Well, we got it. Just in time too, we're almost out of arrows. Save. 4 mana fungi, good. Not sure I can actually use them, because I'm not really using the magic right now. There's nothing up here. Where's that mud critter? There he is. Bloody Skull, not going to really be worth much. Spelltone, Psionic Push, rank 1. Unleash a Psionic Wave onto humans and creatures who does 3 points of damage and 2 additional from mesmerized enemies and creatures from that. The strength of the push depends on your psionics. Yeah, might as well. Well, crusty bread is useful. Most of it, yeah. Something. I'm not wearing feet. I am now. think I was doing all this barefoot. Alright. Moving on. Spore crown. And a thistle. Haven't munched that yet. Sheer cap. We have learned. Yeah, with my alchemy being butt cheeks right now. It's about all I can learn for now. Alright, moving on. Holy shnikes, that's bright. We are now out of the abandoned temple, and now we know why it was abandoned. There was a mud elemental in there. Completed it. Starts with the dreams. Started a new beginning. Okay, if you see an asterisk next to a quest, that just shows you the difficulty level. 1 star is easy, 2 stars, 3 stars, and so on and so forth. Pumpkins. We need to collect pumpkins and mana fungi. To get ourselves, basically to build up our stash of deities. Yeah, that's 2 punkies. 3 punkies. Yeah, don't want to go the straight way down. That's gonna hurt. Red Jerusalem. Time to go it. That's 4 punkies. Gotta love a game that whose quest is pick the flowers and berries and stuff. Okay, we just need 1 more punky. And there we are. Hey, we leveled. We're gonna go with health. Lord knows we need it. We have a memory point, which means we need to go back here. So we can put another point in the Tempest, which would increase our rage time. Go Vandal, go Keeper, or we can go Blade Dancer. Members of the Keeper improve the effective defensive techniques like blocking or heavy armor, as well as anything that raises your resistance in battle. Tier 1 heavy armor is 15% more effective. Tier 2 heavy armor is another 12% more effective. We'll sit on that for now. The memories of the Vandal improve your handling of 2-handed weapons. Tier 2 gives you another 10% more damage. I'm gonna sit on that. Blade Dancer, Mercenary. Members of the Blade Dancer improve your skill of using 1 or 2-handed weapons. Again, we're going to sit on this. Racially, we're better with 2-handed weapons and heavy armor. But right now, what the hell is this? Members of the Phasmalist allow you to construct ghostly companions for you from the souls of dead people by using your knowledge of enchanting. The Phasmalist can be used with every style of playing, warrior, mage, and rogue or assassin. The talent Net of Souls allows you to see and collect souls. Tier 1 allows you to see souls with level 1 and 2 for 40 seconds. Tier 2, 1 to 4. Tier 3, 1 to 5. Interesting. Focus. This memory unlocks all mage disciplines for you. You will receive a permanently boosted mana regeneration as well as the talent Focus, which lowers the mana cost for all spells by 33%. for a short period of time. Could be useful. Lycanthrope, Wolf Blood. This memory allows you to use Wolf Blood potions and chemicals and used to transform into a werewolf. On this tier, the duration of the transformation is limited to at most 3 minutes. The strength of the wolf form is calculated from many factors. First of all, your alchemy level, your attributes, and your weapons and skills. Individual aspects of a transformation can be enhanced with chemica. The Lycanthrope is compatible to every style of playing, rogue, assassin, mage, warrior. This memory unlocks all rogue disciplines for you. Your stamina regeneration is boosted by 20%. You receive the talent Shadow of the Wind, which lets you move silently for a short period of time, raises your crit hit chance by 7%. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit on it for now. Now in this game, there are classes, but classes are determined by the 2 most commonly used skill trees you pick. Now, one of which is going to be definitely warrior-based, but I haven't decided which yet. Probably not Blade Dancer, because of my racial bonuses. But as of this moment, I don't have anything that can be considered a racial bonus. I don't have any two-handed weapons. I also don't have any heavy armor. I'm wearing an old robe and some shoes. But not exactly heavy protection. Okay, an alpha flower, I think I missed. Oh, yeah, a few times. Moon Carrot heals health instantly. And it looks like a Canis root. Okay, good to know. Oh, there's another mana function, just need one more. Okay, there's got to be a third one up here that I missed. That was the Moon Carrot, which I don't need because my health is in good shape. Is that it? That's it. Okay, we can move on. Save. So we're playing kind of roguelike, what we've got so far we don't have to. Not sure I want to, but go with what you got for now. Spell Tome. Flame Bites. The flame that bites me. Alright. Ancient junk, that should sell. These traps to your advantage by defeating enemies with them. That critter. So, save. Shoot. Did that just to get his attention. What are you doing, brother? Over here. Control that. Down the back. Search the corpse. Magical symbol. That's always good to know. Old sword, ancient person coin. sword's better than the knife, so... That's the way out, looks like. So we're going to walk around this way, after saving. And see what our troll friend had on him. He's there. Arrow's good. He plays. Potion. I think it's the same one we had. Old favorite dress. Well, look at that dress. Yeah, about the same. I'll just stick with the old robe, it's lighter. Alright, not a whole hell of a lot. Those arrows were by far the most useful thing in there. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. And something is spotted this video. Wild berry. Okay, they must be jasmine notes. Save. That looks like a wolf. Okay, moving on. Unlucky vagrant. Good hand armor that doesn't protect? Screw that. No more arrows. New spell, but the rest of it is just junk. Well, I guess we're not coming back up this way. But I don't see that. I hate that. Oh, and they see me because of my lack of stealth. Alright. Here goes nothing. I did save this thing, so. I have the high ground. I would like to see what it is I'm fighting. Heavy fighting. There's a wolf now. They're trying to run far away to get away from me. He's gonna run into his buddies all the way down there, right? far away. And we're coming closer. One of them died. You gonna try and get to me? Oh, he did? Look at you. Good boy. Good Lord. Uh-oh. Banged up. Need some bread. And bread will heal us over time. I'm not sweating that. Okay, these legs had nothing on them. We're just gonna sit here and let the bread do its job. I want to see something. Oh, we got 5 learning points. Now we got 1 learning point. We get 5 every level. Might as well take what we got. Every little bit of everything helps. Our sneak's up to 20, so I need. The 200 weapons and stealth. Oh, heavy armor and stealth is not a thing. There's one more thing over here. Magic and sneak attacks are not really a thing. Was that a headgear? That was a headgear. I hate this. I hear it, but I don't see it. Alright, well, I've never been one to back away from a challenge, so I'm across. Pickaxe, pot, saw, shovel. Heavy armor, look at that. One bottle. Really? Crab shell. named after that exciting fight with blood crabs, or whatever it is they call them in this game. Any leather boots? Any leather boots? Starting to get some heavy armor. Would you look at that? Well, I'm wanting to be a tank, so finally awakened the keeper. Next one is shield wall. Blocking is 15% more effective. Nice. Well, whatever it is, it's spotting me. It's another fatty. Look, I'm gonna save my arrows. Put all my spells up, just need them, and not just focus on one. I'm still going to sneak around, so the best way I'm going to have is all of this something like that. If you look at the map, let's find a way out of the ravine. He looks familiar. As you can see, my mana recharges really slowly. Okay. So the nearest map mark is going to be that house looking thing over to the west. And head toward that. Well, I'm not going to lie, I do kind of like exploring the crabs along the shore. Maybe it's because I grew up near the ocean. One more, always useful. Another series of water wheels. Don't know. Yeah, why not? Stay mushrooms. Answers that can't with the carry the story forward. Yeah, you do that.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains.
Hello.
What brings you here, my sir? Who am I? Finn de Lires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn, how do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold,
Sounds like fun.
we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever. There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple. Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Alright. Sort by... Get rid of the clutter first. Let's get rid of all that. Let's get rid of the amount of it. We need to keep one. We don't need 6. Same thing with those. We don't need multiples of that. Alright, let's see what he's got. How much is he selling? $215. Youch. Don't have the money for that. He's got some learning books. That could be useful. I already know life absorption. That's all junk. So about the only thing he's got worth a damn. Oh, look at my foods. Pumpkins, apples, wolf meat. Now, you know what? We're going to buy a learning book. Oh, and he does have heavy armor. Good.
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
I see. And are there places that might be of interest to an adventurer?
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it. By the Black Guardian, you really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
For those who've watched Futurama, it's like, what is it, you do your job or you gotta do what you gotta do?
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society, generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless.
Quite clearly.
Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
Ourselves.
In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realised that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death. Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers, well, you know. And over here, there's a rumour that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip. I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider it heresy. Well, I didn't come up with it. Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League. You should stop by one day if you're in the area. Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things. Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I...
Alright, so real quick, I'm gonna pop that learning book.
Clean all the tools.
Places, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Whoa, that's a spike.
By the righteous path! What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself. Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntrudes, Gruntrudes. Ah, here we go.
Yes, I do have an ambrosia to knock it down.
So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn, the still.
Ha ha! Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh no! Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
Oh, it's about to.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What, you mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be. Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that?
We can't get up.
I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Uh-huh. When we just hear that.
Carbos! Do something, damn it!
And there's the sword. End it with a fireball.
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
What? Where am I? Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
How do you know about the apothecary? Were you there when they were attacked?
I was on the perimeter, and no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails.
That's fair.
I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry. Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
That's one way to put it.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim. Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do. Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions, but you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east. At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, and you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya. Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad. Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
And how does he know what undead sweat tastes like?
You have visions?
For lack of a better word, yes. Ever since I had this fever, I get strange premonitions of things which are about to happen. Are they also a symptom?
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Treatment for information. All right.
Well, then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Rubbed up like a doozy, go the river in the night.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right? Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark. Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon. Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order. Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malphus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council, just an order of noble warriors always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation. Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there is officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and patirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness. Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes. As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods. Well, they usually leave the thinking to their holy order. And they, of course, deny everything. But as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way, at least for now. A spiritual crisis is the last thing this country needs at the moment. Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. Splendid. You never know. But we digress. Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself. A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back. Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion. Yes, it is. I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady. Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think? Great! First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
So there you go. If a quest objective is marked by one or more stars, they indicate the difficulty of said quest, and at the same time, the level you should have for the quest. There you go. Okay. So we're going to leave it here. This is a really excellent spot to leave it. A lot. And boy, do I mean an awful lot of good information here. The plot thickens. And what the hell have we gotten ourselves into? Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest as they come in and to help grow this channel. This has been Big Dave the Middle-Aged Gamer. This is Enderal Forgotten Stories. And I'll see you all next time.